Just want to see who is with us now. It's quite a lot of you here already. Hi, 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 hi. Okay, let's talk about the Saracino monthly competition. I hope you guys have entered, and every month Saracino is going to choose 3 winners. So enter your cakes and design to the Saracino page, and we will choose 3 winners for the monthly competition. Hi, hi! Thank you for the hearts and all the thumbs up. Hi! Hi, Janet! Hi, hi! Hi, 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 hi! If I can't pronounce your name, I'll just say hello. Someone put ho. Hi. Hi, Nazima. Hi, Dee. Hi, Carmen. Hi, Sarah. Hi, hi. Natasha from South Africa. Hello. Hi, Elvis. Hi, Sita. Hi, Ali. Hi, Sharon. Right, it's quite a lot of you here already. So today we are making this little girl. Of course, we are using Saracino modeling paste. That's my favorite. Although the weather is quite hot, I think the paste is handled very well, and it dries pretty quick as well, even with this weather. But because the weather is quite hot and humid, I am going to cut out the stars first. The trick to use the paste for the best in this kind of weather is if you have any paste shapes that you need to cut out thin, best to cut them out in advance, like just cut it and leave it on the table, and then that will be ready to be used. You don't need to cover it because the paste contains the moisture quite well, so when you lay on the table or on the surface, it helps the paste to hold the shape for you. So when you put it on, you give a perfect sharp edges. Let me see if I miss anyone. Hi, hi. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Sarah from USA. Hi, you wave, but I can't pronounce your name. Hi from South Wales, Sarah. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, Lorraine. Wow, you're from Dubai. Great. Is it very late there now? Okay. So, shall we start? I am going to move this little girl on the table. This is quite a straightforward one. If you guys have any questions, you can leave it in the comments here, and then either me or the Saracino officer will answer your question. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Jane. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so I am going to move you in. I'm going to do that. Okay, I think this is quite good. Okay, we are making this little girl today. Somehow, my fan. I don't know if you can hear my fan kind of like at the back. Right, let me fix this on the tabletop like this. Oh. I hope you guys can see it properly. Hi from Croatia. Hi everyone. Right, so we are using Saracino modeling paste. We have blue here, and I have added white to it to make 3 different type of blue. That is the blue straight from the top, and then I mix the white with the blue to make the top and the sleeve and the ruffles. So I'm going to put it on the side because normally when I put it at the back, it focuses onto the top and you can't see the picture. And the body is Saracino modeling paste, is pink. And then we have the skin color as well. The skin tone is directly from the top, so don't need to mix any color to it. So straight from the top. In this weather, it's so warm, you can warm the paste in your hand. If you are in a colder climate country, when your paste come out, if it is hot, cut out a little chunk and put it in the microwave for 3 seconds, and then it will be perfect to work on. So, or if you're in a warm temperature, just warm it up in your hand. Okay, hi from Mexico. Hi, Carmen. Okay, so we will start off with the star first. I have cut out a little piece and roll it out thin in advance. Doesn't need to be very thin, but if you want it kind of very flat to the surface, then you cut it thinner than normal. I have different sizes of stars here. I mean, you can use bigger stars or you can use hearts, but I'm using stars today. Let me put it there. So I always have a cornflower pouch with me. And if your hand is sticky like today, quite warm, use the cornflower pouch. And then you wiggle once you push it down. And then clean up the edges. And then use a dry, clean brush. And then put the... and then poke the star out. Let me see if I miss anything. Hello, hello. Can you move the camera a little bit so you're more in the middle? How about now? Oh, is it better? No, my camera somehow is not doing what it should today. Let me see. Sorry people, bear with me. I have a technical issue with my camera. You know, when weather is so hot, everything seems to not really working. Is this better? Hi Christine, how are you coping with this weather? Oh my god, it is so hot. Like, you go into the shower, you come out, within 5 minutes, you're already covered in sweat. So I shower at least 3 times a day. So put a bit of corn flour on the paste so that it doesn't stick to your cutter, and it gives you a really good cut. So now we have 3 different sizes. That one, the largest one, is for the chest. So we want one more big one. It's totally up to you how many you want to put on. And then put your paste away. Hello from Hong Kong. Hi, hi. Thank you for sharing, people. If you like this video, please keep sharing. So once you finish, pick them up. I mean, you can leave it on the table, but I have limited space, so I am going to put it on a foam. If you want your paste to dry front and back quickly, always put your paste onto the foam. It dries double the time, quicker the time. Okay, now that little piece is done. The little bag on the side, we don't need to make it right now. We can make it as we go along. Okay, so I am going to put that over there. Hello from Poland. Hi, hi. And then now we are going to get some black. Obviously, we're using Saracino modeling paste and straight from the tub, black. So what you want is you make you make a round little ball first, and then we are going to cut it in half. Don't worry if there is a crack. I mean, if you guys making at home, you can spend time to get rid of the crack, but because I'm kind of like doing demo, when you have a crack, you can always have your crack at the bottom, so you can't see the crack anyway. So put the black away. Then we will move on to use the blue. This blue is straight from the tub. And this I have just freshly kneaded, so it's a bit sticky on my hand because the weather is so warm. And now, don't know what happened, everything is not working. My fan stopped working, so gradually the temperature is going to increase. So don't worry if you put a lot of corn flour, it does not affect Saracino modeling paste at all. Unless you put the whole box in, then I can't guarantee you. But with this weather, you see how much I put on? It does not affect Saracino modeling paste. I always do it this way, and every time just work perfect for me. So we will knead the paste. Same again, try to get rid of the paste. Is it Anna? Greeting from Brussels. Hello, hello. Right, you see slowly all the crease will disappear. Then we will roll it as a cone. Kind of like a sausage first. Then I want to make similar size, so I'm going to put it next to her. It's kind of there. So give it a cut there. I think it's too long anyway, because once you thin it, so it's kind of like this. And I'm going to use the flat side where I cut. A bit sticky on my hand. Then use your tool. If you don't have this tool at home, you can always use the back of your knife. What we want to do is we want to score a line right in the middle. We are going to score a line at the back as well, but we will do that after, like in a minute. So it's kind of like this. This is the cheat way to do a standing figure, and it can give you kind of a really nice result. Okay, once you have done that, stand that on the side. Put that away for now. Then you want to get yourself a bottle. Right. Then from the bottom of the trousers, you see where the black shoe is. You want to do a dent like that. So it's something like this. Right, if your paste is very soft, don't worry, it will firm up. You just need to give it time to have a rest. So you want to dent it and then give it a little tug. Do you ever weight your piece of paste? Sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't, because every time when you handmade the figure, they tend to be different size, because you cannot, I don't think you can ever make something exactly the same size. But if you want to make something exactly the same size, then you need to right, let me see. Right, then move on to the black. What you want to do is you want to keep the curve, but pinch the back. So the back is flat, like this. And then pinch, and then if one side is bigger, pinch the back. Keep the curve on the front. Make it like that. Hi Celia from Portugal. Hello from Italy. Now I am just using some water, and I use an empty tub and put some water inside. And then put some water on the paste. Sometimes when the paste is stick to your finger, then you don't necessarily need to add water or glue, because it will stick to it anyway. So what you want to do is, you have done that, slightly give it a pinch at the front. You see, we give it a little dent area. Then we will put that on the front there. Then use the tool to give it a deeper separation. Then slightly elongate the paste like this. If your paste is going in, slightly pinch the back. Then middle of the back, do the same. You probably won't see the back anyway, but you can do the same. Once you are happy with that, so it's kind of like a cone shape. Then use a, there is, stitching tool. Give it some stitch on the side. And then you can give it some stitching on the front. Okay, so we will leave it there for now. Now we will move on to the body. We're going to do the ruffle first. So I have added white to the blue paste to make this color. This color is the same color as the sleeve color. I'll put that aside. Hi Betty. Hi from Cape Town. Hi. Right, okay, so put some corn flour in case it sticks. You can make the ruffle a little bit longer or shorter. It's totally up to you. This is another cheat way for me to do the ruffle as well. You can cut it in a strip and make ruffle, but I do this as a circle so that when I finish, I put the whole circle down. So what you want is you want to choose a circle cutter that once you cut, it's kind of like it hang over the trousers. So I will choose the smaller one because when I drag the paste, it probably will make the ruffle a bit bigger. So cut a circle like this. You will need a foam pad. I'll put this aside. Use a ball tool. What you want to do is you want to really drag the paste. Half on the foam, half on the paste. You see how it happened? By pressing on the foam, half on the foam, half on the paste. So when you move, you want the ball tool like this. Is it focusing? It's not focusing, is it? Oh. Is it focusing? Yes, it is focusing. So half on the foam, half on the paste, and you want it go like this. What happened? Okay, so continue. So the smaller the ball tool, the more ruffle it will get. So now I'm thinking, oh, maybe I might need this wider, but I don't think so. Before I put any water on, I put it on to see if the ruffle is long enough for me. I think it's okay, but I think it can do with a little bit longer. So what I do is I drag it. I make the ruffle longer. You might lose some ruffle, but doesn't matter. You can just put it back. So now I am happy with what I have. Hi Cecilia. Hello, hello Schooler. Okay, so you will want a cocktail stick or a long cocktail stick or the short one, it doesn't matter. So what you want is you want it down from the bottom to the top. So this one is too short. So what I want is, I want it from like the bottom to the kind of like the head. So I think about there. We can always cut it when it is too short, too long. And if it is too short, you can always use a shorter cocktail stick. It doesn't matter. You can just join it together. There's no fixed rule about this. Okay, so now I am quite happy with this. I am going to add some water now. And then you can choose the more ruffled side or any side you want, and then put it there. So you see how after I elongate the ruffle is slightly longer now. Our top is going to cover the ruffle, so I am okay with that. We can move the ruffle in a minute. So, once you're happy with it, make sure it is straight. And then now I will add some water, kind of there. No point adding it there because that's going into the polystyrene. And I'm adding some there. And then I'm going to poke it down like this. Make sure it's straight. It's not wonky, like straight down. Straight down at the front as well. Like this. And then now we will move on to the body. The body is same again, the blue, dark blue, and then mix it with white. Sometimes how I measure my figurine is whenever I do something cute, I just make sure our body proportion is kind of correct. Like if the leg is about an inch, 2 inches long, then I'll make sure my body is about the same, and then the waist area is kind of halfway, and then our elbow always kind of like at the side of our, how to say it, the middle point of our body. So you can see like kind of like if that is an inch, then I'll probably have an inch for the body, and then I'll have the elbow where the waistline is. Then your kind of, even your cute figure will be kind of in proportion. That's why sometimes I don't weight my pace because I like to do my stuff freehand. Okay, so now I roll the paste and no crease. Same again, roll into a sausage. Let me move this in case I knock it. Maybe I'll move her back a bit in the light. Okay, that's better. So you want it kind of like a cone shape again. And what you want is, you want it slightly wider than that. So once you are in a sausage shape. Bit sticky. I'm using corn flour for the people who just joined me, and then slightly flatten the sausage. So make it like flat. So you want it like slightly wider than the body. And remember what I said, you want it kind of like similar size of the leg. So it's about like that. So I'll say there. I'll cut it there. And then it flare out, push it back in. And then now we will use our ball tool. Hi Angie, hi Marga, hoi hoi hoi. Use a ball tool, slightly indent the center of the body piece, and then leave the edges. If there is any fingerprint, put it on the table and give it a roll. That will get rid of your fingerprint. If you find your paste like too soft to work with, you can always leave it on the side for a little bit, because Saraceno will not dry out quick. Slightly pinch the edges. Front and back. And then choose the side you want, front or back. So I'll choose this side for the front. Once you are happy with that, oh God, add some water to the stick and add some water there. And then we want to, from the center point, like there, and then push it down. And then get rid of. Slightly, because when you push it down, you kind of like change the shape a little. And then now use the Dresden tool to move the ruffle a little bit. Because it already have kind of movement to it, you just need to kind of like tuck it underneath the top. That side is a bit longer. It's okay because we got a bag hanging over there. So I'm quite happy with that. So something like this. Then put this away for now. Then now we will move on to the sleeves. Right, I am going to roll out a thin sausage. This is far too much, so I'm going to put that aside. If your hand's sticky, you can use corn flour. Still too much. For proportion wise, your hands are quite thin. compared to the leg because it's a cute figure. If you kind of like, that bit there is kind of have a dent, don't worry. Push the paste together. Make it like this and then roll it. Sometimes it happens because when you hand roll something, it kind of give you uneven sausage. So you just push it back and then it will work it out again. And then once you're happy with that, this is what I do at home all the time. You can use a cake smoother or you can use a ruler because sometimes when you roll paste by hand, it's uneven. You can see kind of a little bit wobbly. Use a ruler or something flat and then gently roll it on top. And then now it gives you a perfect sausage. Okay? Actually, before I put the hand in, let's stick the star on first. So the star is about there. You see, at first, it's so soft I can't even pick it up. And now, how long ago? About half an hour. It holds the shape and it's much easier to pick up the paste now. And then we stick it in the middle. Oh. You know, sometimes you try to be light-handed, and then when you pick up something, it kind of ends up dropping it. So you can use a heart or you can use any other pattern. Move her there. Okay, so now I am happy with that. Then we will move on to the arm. So I just cut it in half. And what I want is this arm, I am going to do the handbag in a second. So I am going to do this one first. So elbow is always about the middle point of the body where the waistline is. So, and the hand normally, when it is done, is kind of middle of the leg. So it's kind of there. And I'm going to cut it there. And then once you're happy with that, you give it a little nudge. There. We always have a crease on our arm. Then we can stick it on like this. So put some glue about there. I mean, just put glue whenever your arm is going to touch. Then the paste is going to hold it. Then you want to add a little dent onto the arm there. Okay. Don't worry if you have made too many crease because clothes have crease on anyway. Right, so we are going to use the pink now. This is Saraceno modeling paste pink, straight from the top. Let me put this away. So you see I haven't kneaded it yet. Let me move it away. Put that there. We only want little one. Unless you want to have a big bag. Let me clean the knife quickly. So what you want is, you want to actually have a little bit more paste. Roll out the ball, make sure there's no crease, then flatten it. You can have the little bag in different shape, it's totally up to you. So I want it kind of like this, thin. Give it a little roll. Then prevent it sticking to your knife. Do that. You see, it gives you a really good clean cut when your paste is not too soft. So if your paste is really soft, leave it on the table for a little bit, and then it will firm it up for you. Kind of, I want it like that length, like there. So something like this. And then put that on the side. I'll leave that on the side for now because it's a bit soft to pick up. Then I will roll out and cut a strip. Right. Doesn't have to be really thin. Totally up to you. I mean, a little bit thicker is easier to handle. Then use a sharp knife. If it sticks to your ruler, give some corn flour. Right, okay, I've moved it. Right, you want your paste straight, so push your paste against your ruler. And then cut it. That will give you a perfect cut. Okay? Right, then I am going to leave that there for a second. Now, what we want is, we want to indent it. So I'll find the middle point there. We will score it. I'll do it upside down because it's easier for me. So what you want is, you want to indent it into the line. Like that. And then use this side and then smooth out the joint. Kind of joint or the dip, because you don't want that too obvious there. Okay. Then get yourself some, okay, there it is. Right, hold on, I need to move this. I need to get it. I'm using it for resting my camera. Right, then get yourself some little edible bubble. You can roll it out yourself, but I often use edible bubble because it's convenient. Just get one out from the tub. There's two. You can put two, or you can put three, or you can put flour on the bag. It's totally up to you. I'll put it on the side for now. Then use some water. Where the middle of the bag, pick that up and then put it there. Once you find the middle, push it down. So something like this. Then we will put some edible glue on the bag or water. Don't put too much. I think I put too much already. Ow. If you put too much, brush it off. Then we want it slightly on the front there. If you don't want the strap over the shoulder, you can put the strap on the waistline. It's up to you. Then we will cut this straight. And then put some water or glue there. I'm not going to bother with the glue onto the body, but I'll mainly put on the shoulder and there. That's sticking up. Then what you want is you dangle your paste there and you rest it on your hand. If it's not long enough, slightly stretch your paste. Ooh. And then put it there. And then this time I will use the scissors because then it's easier. You can use a knife. There. So it gives you a perfect finish there. So once you're happy, then you can add glue where you want the strap. I often don't put glue on when I'm doing this because in case I want to move the strap after. So that's that. Let's put the pink away. So now we are going to put the other side on. So you want the sleeve a bit flat at the end there. And then you want kind of like a similar length. So we will mark it kind of there, where the elbow is. Then it's about same length. So we'll cut it there. And put some glue there. And this arm is actually resting on the bag. If you find your arm is a bit long, I think it's okay. So something like this. Put more glue on the side. Then you want to get your ball tool and then push a dent there. Okay. Then now we will go back. Oops. We'll move the hand. Let me move everything. Tend to kind of like the table, gather all the tools right in the middle. Then soften your paste. Ah, thank you, Christine. And thank you for the thumbs up, Eve. And thank you, Rose. Thank you. Okay, so now we will try to get rid of all the crease. If it is stick to your hand, use corn flour. This is a lot there. We don't need that much actually. So the less you have, the quicker you can get your work done. Right, so roll out yourself a sausage. And you see how small her hand is. So you roll your sausage quite thin, small. Like this. Right, like this. And then use your finger, slightly flatten both ends. We're going to do both hands together. So just put it next to your figure to see if it is a good size. I think that's a good size. So it's something like this. Then we will cut. Is it focusing? Yeah, is it? So we give a cut like this. Then use the dressing tool to clean up the edges, because you don't want it sharp. You want it kind of round off. Can you see? So something like this, both sides. So your thumbs always kind of internal of your body. You don't have your thumb like this. So your thumb is internal. So something like this. Okay. Then now we will cut it off there. Because it's going into the sleeve, you can just cut it off straight. You can even cut it a little bit shorter, so only kind of like show there. So it doesn't have to be like that long. Right, let me put this away. Right, so once you have got it like this. So choose the side which hand you want to put where. I mean, they're exactly the same, but sometimes you can see the cut line which side is smoother. So I think I'm going to use this one for this hand. So the hand is kind of like this way. So put some glue on where the sleeve is. With this, you don't really need to add wire because it kind of stick to the body. If your hand is away from the body, then you will need a wire. Something like this. Slightly squeeze the end so that it go in nicer. And then that one is like resting on the handbag, like that. Okay. Then we will move on to, there's some marks there. Okay, we will move on to the neck. Remember the sausage I pinched out earlier? So I keep it on the side. Remember, when you do the neck, you need the sausage a bit thinner because once you put it on this, the sausage will expand. But it doesn't matter, it's kind of like you can always pinch it and make it smaller again. So whatever easier for you, do it that way. So we want to have a round off edge for kind of like the end of the collar. Add some glue there and a little bit there. And then poke it in. Don't push the point. When you push it in, try to push the side and the top. You don't have to do it this way, but this way is kind of like the quickest and the easiest way for me to make a little figure. And preferably, you want to wait for the neck to be dry before you put the head on, because the head sometimes will weight onto the neck and then your figure will become no neck. Sometimes it happens, especially with this kind of figure when the head is so big and heavy. So now it's like that. Then you slightly kind of push that down. Get rid of the round edge. And you can leave the neck like this. Okay, then we want the head. So we want the head wider than the shoulder. So eyeball it. There's no right or wrong. You say right. Think. Make a ball before you completely smooth it, and then put it there. And see if that is the size you want. I think I'm happy with that. Right, then you put that on the side. Get rid of all the crease. If it sticks to your hand, add some corn flour. Then slightly flatten the front. So you want it kind of like an oval kind of shape. And then you don't want it to have a dent back of head. So you want to put it there. I am going to do the face before I put it on. So get yourself tiny little bubble for the nose. Ooh. stick to my hand. Oh. Right, once you are happy with that, I won't touch it because it keep on roll about. Slightly flatten the face. And like this. Find the middle point. And then put on the nose. I think this nose is smaller than the one over there. Then get yourself some edible bubble, or you can roll it out yourself. Try to find both the same. Look, they're different sizes, so try to find yourself same sizes. That is quite similar. Yeah, that too is good. Okay. Then you kind of like above the nose a little bit, find the kind of there. Always use a kind of water and dot it down to see if you're happy where it is before you put it down. Because this bubble, they do lose color. So if once you put it there, even if you don't push it down, the color will run onto the paste. So you don't want that to happen. So I'm going to, I think, there and there. So check if they are in line and if they are the same kind of distance. Once you are happy with that, you press it down. So you want it kind of flat to the head. Okay. Then use this kind of tool and then give it a little smile. Okay. Then right, I am not going to draw the eyelashes. I am going to use a little bit of Saracino black paste, modeling paste. Because with the camera in front of me, it's very hard for me to paint something on. But if you guys at home, you can use edible color, black, and draw on the eyelashes. You see how good this Saracino paste is? You can roll it out really thin. Perfect. Then I will cut it at an angle. And this time I'm going to cheat. And so it is tiny. Like this. So slightly rub the end. Like that. Then bend it. It might be a bit long, but so make it like a V shape. Okay. Then put some glue there. And then you can use, sometimes you can use the your wet brush to pick it up. like this. You can push it in a little bit or space it. So I'm going to do the other side, same again. And cut it. Right, they might be different length. If they're different length, I'm going to sort them out after the demo because I can't really see with the camera in front of me. Okay, like that. Then do that again. Don't put too much glue on, the black will come off as well. So try not to put too much water on. Oh, this one not so successful. Right, bear with me. Okay, not too bad. Okay, so I'm quite happy with her face, her little face. Your hand is big and the nose is smaller. Yes, but it doesn't matter. It's a little cute doll. There's no right or wrong. So when you guys do it at home, you don't need to do it exactly the same size. When the head go on, it's different size as well. So find the middle point and then push it down. Because the paste is still soft, she will move about a little. So something like this. Then we will move on to the hair. The hair is quite straightforward. We are using Saracino brown, straight from the top. So brown, and I have softened some here in the top. Brown. You see, when it is come out from the tub, it's like that, but you just need to warm it up in your hand because it is quite warm now. Did I miss any? Okay, I didn't miss anything. Good, that's good. So now we are going to always get rid of the crease. And then use a rolling pin. You don't need to roll it really thin. I mean, I roll it quite thin for her hair. But it's totally up to you. I mean, everyone has your own style, and I teach you the method, and then when you do it, enjoy the moment when you guys are making it at home. With Saracino, this paste is so easy to work with. Seriously, it's a godsend. So now we will measure on her head. What we want is we want the hair to come to the front. So like this. So I'm quite happy with that. I always do my hair this way because this is the quickest way. And I want her to have a straight edge for the hair. And I want it straight edge from the side. So it's about there. We're going to cut more off, but it's just estimate, and it's not so heavy on the head because we still have the head to go on. So I think I will have the top thinner. Then use the tool to make some marks. Some people do only one side. I like to do mine both sides, so that like sometime when you look in, you see the hair. So I get myself a scissors ready. So get yourself some water or glue, put it on the top of her head, the back, on the side. Don't put too much on. I always suggest, in case you don't like the hair, you need to take it back off. And I want it to be shoulder length, so it's kind of there. And this is the quickest way for me to do hair, always. So once you kind of gather on the side, like this, pinch, 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 and cut. It's all covered. See? Okay, so now we give her a good square haircut. So her head move a little so you can maneuver it. So don't put your paste away. Open it back up. Give it a little roll. Give it a straight cut, like this. Then score some line randomly. Then you kind of put it there. And then you mark it where you want to cut your paste. Okay. So it's kind of like a half circle. If you go, oh no, the joint is showing, don't worry, just make your head a little bit wider and then hide all the joints. Or if you have time, you can spend a lot more time on the hair. So this is a quick way for you to make a doll. Right, same again, I put too much on. So push your glue inside the hair. And then I want the hair just like that. I mean, you can spend time to give it more score lines or wave in the hair. It's totally up to you. So it's like this. And then if the head have moved, just relocate it again. Okay. Now we will move on to the head. So put away the brown paste. You can leave the paste on the table, it won't dry out, but I like to put it back into the tub. And I just grab myself some blue paste, which I have for the top there. Get rid of all the crease and move her to the back. Quite soft. If your hand is sticky, use some corn flour. It won't affect your Saracino modeling paste. And then afterward, if there is some corn flour on the figures or the thing you're making, you can steam it and then the corn flour will disappear. Right, so I'm quite happy with that. As long as your crease is only on one side, because we're going to cut it now. So you want it kind of round as possible. And you want it kind of like, there's the fluff there. Get rid of it. And you want the paste as wide as the head. So I think like this, and I slightly trim it off. Keep the roundness of that there. Then we will use the same method again, and use a bigger bottle, or you can use the end of your rolling pin. It's up to you. If you have made these figures in advance and it's already everything hardened, then you don't need to do this method. You can just put it on and squish it to the shape. But because everything is so soft, you don't want to push anything down. So slightly round off the edges and then see if it kind of fit like this. So we can make it wider. Don't worry about the fingerprint, we can sort it out in a second. I want the head quite big. Okay, so you got fingerprint there, and then you can't go, oh no, what am I going to do? So put some corn flour on, don't panic. And then roll about on your surfaces. And that will get rid of most of the marks. Okay, so choose the side you want. Think like that, actually. Right, because I'm squishing it down, I am not using any glue. You can mix it like a beret. Is it a beret? Like a little short one. Right, this one, the head is much taller. It's more like a American baseball cap. You know the big scooter one. Right, so So it's kind of like this. Then find the middle point, and then you want to do like 4 lines, and I want the lines to kind of there and there. And 2. I mean, you can do it in 3 line or you can do it in stitches. It's totally up to you. So once you're happy with that, pinch a little. Make a little bubble. And then stick it on the top. And then I'm going to put a star there. And then a star there. What is that? Oh, there's a fluff there. Oh no, let's not use that one. Okay, let's use another one. If you have made fingerprint or you have dented, just slightly smoothen the paste. Then what you want, the one which have on the side, use the rolling pin. You don't want it too thin, you want it a bit thicker. And what I want is, I want the tongue kind of quite wide. So I'll kind of use a circle cutter so that it gives me a good edge. So if you don't want your cornflower stick to your cutter, cut that. Then slightly cut that again. You see the paste is quite soft. Like that side need a little cut there. Smoothen all the joints. And then now we are going to use some glue or water. Do the edges. And then tuck it on the edge of the head. Leave your tongue on the table for a little bit so it firm up a little bit longer. Oh, add some water there, it's not sticking. Okay, so it needs to firm up a little bit longer. I deliberately make her head a little bit bigger. So if you have time to dry in your house, Let me clean that up a little bit more. Tuck some kind of tissue for it to dry like that, so that it kind of stay away the hair for a little bit longer. Right, so this is more like a beret type, much smaller hat, and this is more like a American nowadays kids kind of type of head. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Hi Nisha, hi. This is a Saracino modeling paste. You can buy it on the website. So that's it for today. If you need any paste, you can visit Saracino, and they sell paste on their website. Or you can look through the comment, the link is there. Thank you everyone who joined me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to join the Saracino monthly competition. There will be 3 winners every month. You can win the prizes. Fantastic opportunity. And I think the link for where to buy the Saracino paste will be on the comments again. So you can buy this. You can use it straight from the tub, and it holds the shape fantastic. Okay. Thank you everyone. Wow, there's loads of messages. Thank you. Thank you Natasha. Thank you Penny. Thank you Carly Bell, Teresa, Lynn, Lorraine, Carmen. Thank you. Christine, thank you. My toppers turn soggy. How can I make them dry? Use a fan. When it is warm, use a fan. Blow some cold air on it. It should dry, but it just takes longer. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.